I thought finding my wife cheating was the worst betrayal. I was wrong. Months after our divorce, her sister showed up at my door with an envelope. Inside, the truth about everything she'd been hiding. My name is Ethan Mitchell, and this is the story of lies, betrayal, and a secret that could have destroyed my family. You won't believe what I discovered. I used to think betrayal had limits. A man can forgive a mistake, maybe even survive an affair. But what I discovered about my wife, Samantha, went deeper than infidelity. She didn't just betray me in bed. She betrayed my family, my business, and everything my father and I built with our bare hands. Months after our divorce, when her sister showed up at my door with a sealed envelope, I learned the horrifying truth. Samantha wasn't just a cheater and a thief. She was running from something much darker. My name is Ethan Mitchell. I'm 44 years old, and this is how my life fell apart and how I rebuilt it piece by piece. The kind of crisp fall morning that makes you grateful to work outside. I was finishing a plumbing job at the Oakwood development, hands deep in a water heater when my phone buzzed. A text from Samantha. Working late. Client dinner. Don't wait up. It wasn't unusual. Samantha worked at Harrison Marketing, managing campaigns for local businesses. Long hours, demanding clients. After 16 years of marriage, I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? But lately, she'd been distant, guarded, jumping at phone calls, laughing at things she wouldn't share with me. Like puzzle pieces from two different boxes. That night, I decided to surprise her. Brought pasta from her favorite Italian place. Figured we could share dinner at her office. Her car was in the lot. Parked beside a sleek black BMW I didn't recognize. Through the second-floor conference window, I saw her silhouette. She wasn't alone. A man stood close. Too close. He tucked her hair behind her ear. She laughed. That laugh I fell for 20 years ago. Then they kissed. I froze. The takeout bag heavy in my hands. My stomach dropped like I'd swallowed lead. I raised my phone, snapped a photo. Proof. My wife, the woman I'd built a life with, in another man's arms. I couldn't go home. Couldn't face the mug in the sink, the book on her nightstand, the smell of her perfume on the sheets. Instead, I drove to a roadside motel, paid cash, sat on the bed staring at that photo until the sun came up. By morning, I wasn't a husband anymore. I was an investigator. The next day, I went to my father. Robert Mitchell, 71 years old, the man who taught me to sweat copper pipe, to run a business, and to face life head on. He looked at me over the morning paper. You look like hell, son. Dad, when you suspected Mom might have been unfaithful, what did you do? His eyes darkened. Old memories resurfacing, I gathered proof. Because once you know Ethan, you can't unknow. Are you ready for that? I nodded, but the truth was, I wasn't ready for anything. That week, I followed the BMW. The man's name was Shane Caldwell, consultant, expensive apartment. The kind of smooth operator who always had a new client, always had a new mark. Meanwhile, I searched Samantha's purse, found receipts from restaurants across town, gas stations miles from her office, and a credit card tied to our business account. Mitchell Plumbing Solutions, the company my dad and I built from nothing, was leaking money. At the bank, I asked for statements. My stomach knotted as Helen, our account manager, slid them across the desk. Transfers. Thousands gone. Small amounts, spread across fake vendors. A slow bleed. In 6 months, over $23,000 stolen. Not just cheating. Not just lying. Samantha was robbing our family business blind. I couldn't confront her yet. I needed backup. So I called my son, Lucas. He was 22 from my first marriage. Smart kid, studying business at Missouri State University. When he met me at a diner, I handed him the bank statements. Your stepmom's been stealing from the business, I said. He went pale. Dad, this is embezzlement. Clear as day. These companies don't exist. She's laundering money. What's your next move? I don't know, son. That's why I called you. Lily, my 6-year-old daughter with Samantha. The reason I couldn't just burn everything to the ground and walk away. That night, as I tucked her in, she looked up at me with those big, innocent eyes. "Daddy, why don't you and Mommy laugh together anymore?" Kids see more than we think. I couldn't rush. I had to be meticulous. For the next 2 weeks, I played the perfect husband, brought Samantha coffee in bed, complimented her new haircut, suggested a weekend getaway, all while documenting every lie, every suspicious call, every unexplained absence. Every night, I spread the business statements across my home office desk, piecing together the theft. Mitchell Plumbing Solutions had been slowly drained. Fake vendors, false invoices, money siphoned into accounts controlled by Shane Caldwell. Lucas became my partner in the investigation. His sharp mind, honed in business school, caught patterns I might have missed. "Look at these transfers." "Dad, she's covering her tracks with fake consulting fees," Lucas said, pointing to a spreadsheet. "The amounts are small enough to avoid detection, but it adds up." "This is deliberate." My stomach churned. Samantha, the woman I loved and trusted, had been betraying everything we built. I needed a plan. I called Patricia Wells, the toughest divorce attorney in Springfield. Her office smelled of leather and old books. Sharp eyes. "No nonsense. Ethan Mitchell," she said, shaking my hand. "Rick Jones spoke highly of you. What's the situation?" I laid it all out. The affair. The embezzlement. Shane Caldwell. She leaned back, analyzing every document I handed her. $23,000 in 6 months? "This isn't just adultery. This is criminal," she said. "Your wife could face charges." "But our priority is your daughter and your business. We need surveillance, witness testimony, and a solid paper trail." She introduced me to Tom Davidson, a former detective turned private investigator. "Shane Caldwell has a history," Tom said. "He targets married women with access to money. This isn't his first time." Finally, I wasn't alone. With Lucas, Patricia, and Tom, I had a team. Friday night, Lily was at a sleepover. Samantha came home late, claiming she'd been working on the Henderson account. Same lie she'd told for months. I stood in the kitchen with a manila envelope behind my back. Which client was it? Samantha, the Henderson account, or Shane Caldwell? Color drained from her face. Her purse fell to the floor, contents spilling everywhere. "Oliver." "I can explain." "Explain what?" "The photos of you kissing him. The money you stole from our business." She sank into a chair, trembling. Tears streaked her face. I was scared. He threatened me. I didn't know what else to do. I placed Patricia's business card on the table. "Call her Monday morning. You give up all claims to the business and accept minimal custody, or I press charges." "Your choice," Samantha sobbed, broken. The woman I'd loved for 16 years was now a stranger. 6 months later, I moved Lily and myself into a modest home on Springfield's outskirts. Business was thriving. Mitchell Plumbing Solutions expanded. Lucas joined full-time. Contracts poured in. Every night, as I watched Lily laugh in the backyard, I felt pride in what we'd built despite the betrayal. I even started dating again. Nothing serious. Just Sarah, a kind-hearted teacher down the street, who brought warmth and stability to our lives. Then, one Saturday morning, a knock at the door changed everything. A woman, Amy Patterson, Samantha's sister, stood there, holding a manila envelope. "Mr. Mitchell, I need your help. My sister is missing." The envelope contained photos, bank records, and a letter from Samantha. She'd been trying to protect Lily from Shane Caldwell. Threats, fear, a desperate plan to disappear. With Amy's evidence and Tom's investigation, we built a case against Shane Caldwell. He was arrested months later in Las Vegas, charged with fraud, extortion, and ultimately responsible for Samantha's death. Samantha's suicide had been tragic, but her final letter revealed she had acted to protect her daughter from Shane's manipulation. Lily never saw her mother again, but she grew up knowing her father fought for her, protected her, and taught her the difference between betrayal and courage. Amy became a family ally. Visits with Lily provided a connection to Samantha's side, tempered by love, respect, and boundaries. Life went on. The business expanded. Lucas became a full partner. I found happiness with Sarah, and most importantly, I watched Lily flourish. Sometimes life breaks you. Sometimes betrayal cuts deeper than you ever imagined. But the human spirit, our drive to protect those we love, to rebuild, to fight for justice, is stronger than anything life throws at us. Watching the sun set over Springfield Hills, Lily and I planting flowers in the garden, I knew one thing. Some things can't be stolen. They can only be built, one honest choice at a time. Life can betray you in ways you never expect, but it can also show you your strength. I lost trust, I lost love, but I didn't lose my family, my daughter, my son, our business. We rebuilt everything from the ground up. If you loved this story, hit that subscribe button for more real-life tales of betrayal, courage, and survival. Share this video, and remember, no matter how dark it gets, there's always a way to rise again.